In 1976, then-candidate Ronald Reagan introduced a stereotype into the political lexicon, the welfare queen.
She used 80 names, 30 addresses, 15 telephone numbers to collect food stamps, Social Security, veterans' benefits.
It was the birth of government by anecdote. He was talking about a single case of fraud out of Chicago, an anomaly. But ultimately, Reagan's cuts to social programs affected everyone on welfare, the vast majority of whom were not gaming the system. Well, fast forward to today and President Trump's budget proposal, which includes drastic cuts to food stamps, now called the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. It's a program used by more than 40 million Americans, almost half of whom have jobs and make money, just not enough to get by. That includes workers whose bosses will not raise their minimum wage, thus allowing the taxpayers, that would be us, to subsidize their workforce with programs like this. Among recipients, roughly 1.5 million are military veterans, you know, the ones the president says he wants to champion. If Trump gets his way, he would cut SNAP funding by $17 billion next year, by $213 billion over the next decade. That's nearly a third of its total budget. His administration says the savings will come from a new food delivery system where most SNAP recipients would get half of their benefits in the form of government-purchased non-perishable foods. Fighting bureaucracy with more bureaucracy, I guess. Trump's budget director, Mick Mulvaney, called it a Blue Apron-type program. But with prepackaged foods and not a fresh fruit or vegetable anywhere in sight, it sounds more like a no-apron program to me. You can imagine why Mulvaney went with Blue Apron and not their competitor. Hello Preservatives is more like it. Mulvaney also makes the case that this will help Americans eat more nutritious foods, which is rich considering what his boss eats for dinner. The America's Harvest boxes, as they're calling them, would have things like boxed milk, cereal, pasta, and canned meat, plus canned fruits and vegetables. Whereas a Trump box would include 2 fish fillets, 2 Big Macs, plus a Diet Coke and ketchup. Who is it again who needs help selecting nutritious food? As Congressman Jim McGovern, the key guy on food issues on Capitol Hill, told the New York Times, it's a cruel joke. My God, these people are awful. In addition to being totally misinformed on policy, they're really just not nice people. From one Jim to another, couldn't have said it better myself.